Rabotai, I want to tell you a small deed, what a small deed to you do. Listen to this. You know how sometimes a person, you have to understand, you have to be very, very careful. In life, you have to understand, the small acts matter. Don't think, oh yeah, big deal, I did that. No. The smallest acts matter. That's one of the things that we have to know in Avodat Hashem is, the small things in life, you think, you think not, it matters. How do I know what's the biggest proof? First of all, you have a lot of proofs. That's a lot of proofs. But I'll tell you one story that hit me this past Shabbat. So I have a brother-in-law, and he saw a fellow, one young guy, he's a teenager, he was like maybe 15 years old, and he tells him like this. He tells him, you wear I see during the week you wear a black hat. On Shabbat, you don't wear a black hat. What's going on? He tells him, Shabbat, I don't have a Shabbat hat. I don't have a Shabbat hat. So he says, okay, fine. The weekday hat looks nice. He says, yeah, the weekday hat is really my Shabbat hat. He says, okay, fine, wear your weekday hat for Shabbat because it's a Shabbat hat. And I'll buy you a hat. I'll buy you a weekday hat because this is very hashuv, your weekday hat. I see it. He says, okay, no problem. He says, but on one condition. I want you to wear this hat all the time. Don't play games. So okay, I'll wear it all the time. What happens? He goes, he buys him a hat. He buys him the black hat. He buys him the black hat. And he says, you wear it all the time? Yeah, I'll wear it all the time. Okay. Now this 15-year-old boy, he's in a yeshiva, that, it's a yeshiva that they all wear the black hat. So now he's excited. So now he comes to yeshiva, and he says, hi guys, I got a weekday hat, I have a Shabbat hat. He's so happy. Comes the 11th grade. For whatever reason, he transfers to a different yeshiva. Whatever reason. Also yeshiva, but this yeshiva, when he walks in, he sees that they don't wear their black hats. They don't wear no hats. There's no hats. Only what? They don't wear hats. Just yarmulkes.
Hat that way.
They don't wear hats. So he says, wait. Now he comes into the school, 11th grade. He says, wait, I had a deal. The person that gave me the hat that I wear all the time. So he says, okay. He starts wearing the hat in the yeshiva that they don't wear the black hats. So now he's wearing the hat in the yeshiva with black hats. So he says, listen, I have a deal with somebody, I'm wearing that. So now he's going there in the morning, in the afternoon, and not only that, he starts wearing them everywhere. They go on a trip, he's the one with the black hat, and he goes, they're going in, Shabbat on, he's wearing the black hat. So all of a sudden, people started picking up. And the Rosh Yeshiva in that school always wanted to institute to wear the black hat. But he didn't know how to do it. He didn't know, because nothing he didn't know how to do it. He didn't know how to incorporate it and push it in a way where everybody's going to be comfortable. So it doesn't offend him. Maybe yeah, maybe not. So he gets up to the Shabbat and he says, Rabotai, we have to learn from so-and-so. He wears his black hat. He's a tzura, a ben torah. He looks like a real ben torah, like a highest level, prestigious. It's a prestigious thing. It's a mechubat thing. I think we should all institute that we should all wear the black hats. And Rosh Yeshiva went ahead and he says, you know what? I got an idea. He went to the hat store. He bought 30 hats and he gave it out. Each one that wanted a hat. And now the whole entire school wears black hats, all from that one act. You think, big deal, man. I'll buy him a black hat. This black hat changed the whole school to wear all black hats. To show you what a one act can do. You think, big deal, There's a very famous story in Ponevezh. And there was a guy from Switzerland. He was a younger guy, He came back in the day. Back in the day, there wasn't so many American yeshivot in Israel. Now there is, but back in the day it wasn't. So he went to Israeli Ponevezh yeshiva at that time. So he was about to leave that one day. He was about to take it back to Switzerland. He told his mother, I feel like homesick and this. You're going to go leave. And before he was leaving, there's a famous story that this fellow, what happened was his roommate says, where are you going? He says, no, I'm leaving. He says, where are you leaving? He's going to the airport tomorrow, this, that. He says, okay. 4 o'clock in the morning. He says, what time's your flight? He says, 7 o'clock in the morning. He says, okay. So what time do you have to 4 o'clock. Okay. 4 o'clock in the morning. He wakes up and his friend wakes up. So he tells his friend, why are you waking up? I'm going, you're not going. He says, no, I'm going to take you to the airport. I'm driving you to the airport. He says, what do you mean? You're waking up 4 o'clock in the morning? He says, yeah. He says, what do you mean? You're my friend. You're here for 6 months. I'm not going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm taking you to the airport. He says, wow. I didn't know you care for me so much. I didn't know such a friendship exists over here. I didn't know. I didn't realize. If that's the case, he called up his mother. He says to his mom, "Ma, listen, at the end of the day, I want to change my plans. I want to say, come, stay, no problem. You want to stay, stay." He ended up becoming a massive chacham in the world. He's a rabbi in Switzerland, and he's a very big chacham now. He says, you should just know, he says the story of it, you should just know, if I didn't feel that warmth, and it's just a small deed, you think it's a small item, if I didn't feel like that, I didn't think like that, I would have just been, who knows what, I would have been Shomer Shabbat, kosher Jew. Now I became a chacham over masses of people because of that caring that a person has. So you never know that one small act that you think is like this, that small act is really a big, big item.